my god. Oh, keep away from me with your tunes, man.
I like my common
I don't-
tunes.
I don't need your Russian propaganda.
Oh, here. Oh, you.
Tell me about your Russian stacking game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So now, if you share the desktop, yeah, what can I? And you have two monitors.
I know.
Is there a way I can either monitor?
Yeah, I just noticed that. I
Okay.
said share the screen, and it was like, which screen would you like to share? Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. I got a new computer.
Yeah.
My computer's finally working, half decently.
It's up to 60% of its peak efficiency.
There's no fear right now, at least, that it's just gonna overheat and explode.
See, I always have that. I feel like you could have a brand new computer and it would be a brand new like factory built computer and I still wouldn't trust it.
Well, it doesn't sound like it's going to, at least anymore.
No, that's true. Yeah.
The other one just sounded constantly like it was gonna burn.
Yeah, it was in a lot of pain.
Yeah. So it's happier now. Now my new mission is to take in our computer parts.
Right. Yeah, right.
And try to build
But
our
who knows
second
what can come
computer.
from that.
Exactly.
Suddenly have two computers. It would be weird if you suddenly had two functional computers.
It'd be great.
You wouldn't know what to do with yourself.
One just straight streaming computer. Be awesome.
Yeah, it's true. Be a handy bastard.
Yeah.
So what
super
tower is your computer in now?
The
Is
fancy one.
The fancy one that we bought for the streaming computer?
Yeah.
See, but that one's not even that fancy, really.
It was pretty nice.
It's a cool one. I still liked that small one so much more.
Oh yeah, that was cool,
That's-
but
that
nothing
small one was
fit in
awesome.
there.
No, I know.
It was like, yeah, that
That's-
was sweet. It was like a GameCube.
Yeah. Someone should just start selling Raspberry Pis and putting them in broken GameCube shells.
It's true.
Like you could probably buy 50 broken GameCubes for.
I guess
under
people
$100
kind of already
and-
do. Like, there's this one account that I follow on Instagram called 8-Bit Aesthetics,
Yeah.
and they just like refurbish Game Boys and stuff.
Oh man, Game Boy mods these days are so fucking cool looking.
Like, one of them had a DS slot in the top of it.
That's very cool. They look so good now.
Yeah, like they're crazy. Like,
But they're also very high end and expensive usually.
probably, yeah.
It's weird. Like
But I bet you can buy GameCube, like modded GameCubes that have a Raspberry Pi in them that just have all the GameCube games.
probably that would be so sweet.
That would be great.
Like I want that to be easily accessible to me. I don't want to have to go into weird pervert internet to find it.
Well, I mean, if I had two computers, the second computer would basically be an unlimited emulator.
That's true.
Like, it
Yeah,
wouldn't
but I
be
want
that
it to
hard.
be small and easier than running Windows. Like
Yeah, you just want a mini
Like-
version of every console with all the games from that
totally,
console. on it.
or like just a GameCube because GameCube's nice and tiny, and put all the systems on it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, because it's got 4 controller slots. The PS2 never
But-
did, so the PS2 is always going to be inferior.
What I want though is the original controllers.
I'm sure with USB you can do that shit.
You could, but I'm just saying, like,
Like
ideally, I just want a miniature version of every console with the controllers and every game from that console on the
yeah.
on
Well,
the
'cause
main
you,
console.
at this point, you can get an official Nintendo version of all of their controllers in USB, can't you? Except for N64.
Oh yeah, you might be right. Yeah,
They never re-released N64. That would be the tricky one.
yeah,
And every day, there's fewer good N64 controllers out there.
yeah. There's a time limit
It's-
on those things.
Someone needs to take up that cause,
Yeah.
the tragedy, but no one's talking about it.
Well, did you see Sega just announced another mini console?
It looks so good. It's like Game Boy Micro size.
The mini Game Gear.
Yeah.
It's like so tiny. It's like this size of my palm.
Doesn't look like something that's ever going to come out in North America.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
No, I don't know. It's so
those,
small.
Those mini things make tons of money, don't they?
It's true. It's true, but none of the other Sega 50th anniversary stuff has come out. Yeah. It's all been Japan only so far.
Fair enough.
I think, yeah, they're just more popular there than they are here. And the people here that love them are crazy enough that they'll definitely import.
Yeah. I got a runny nose.
Today, it's been a really congested day.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think I had my windows all open and just like a lot of wind in the house at night.
It's super windy right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I love it.
It's great.
Yeah.
But I had to close my door because it's too loud.
I wonder what the windiest city in the world is.
Chicago.
No, they're the windy city. They're not the windiest city.
They call it the Windy City because of the Hulk. The almighty Hulk.
The almighty Hulk.
Mr. Wind.
I don't know.
There's a song lyric, so it has to be true.
New York is the Big Apple, but it's not the biggest apple. There's probably a bigger apple somewhere.
Well, yeah.
I think there's a windier city.
I don't think so.
Huh. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some science. I've been to some pretty windy cities.
Like, New York's a metaphor. I don't think Chicago's a metaphor.
Are you sure they're not just like Chicago's such a tumultuous city? It's so windy there.
No. It's super
windiest
windy.
Place in the world. Here we go. Cape Denison is a rocky cape in South Australia. That's the windiest place on Earth, with the wind speed averaging 71 kilometers an hour.
Wow.
Holy shit. Highest recorded wind speed there was 327 kilometers an hour.
What?
I can't even imagine that. Would that like rip your skin off?
I don't know. Like, how fast is a tornado?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm not putting any thought into my wording, so 20 miles per hour.
What? Wait, what?
That must just be the speed that the tornado moves around.
Right.
How fast are tornado winds?
Speed inside a tornado.
Oh God. Depending on its F scale number.
Oh yeah. So it can it's an F5 incredible tornado reaches 261 to 318. So those winds are like
that was kilometers though. Let me see. It's set in miles too.
It's so complicated.
It's really complicated. The max was 203 miles per hour.
Oh, at that place.
Yeah.
So
that's F2?
It's like still a devastating tornado.
Right.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's got to be a really inhospitable place.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, fun place to fly a kite.
Oh man, yeah, or do some windsurfing.
Yeah.
All right. I need to find out the windiest city now, though, because clearly it's Chicago.
Yeah.
But I just need to know for sure. Number 1 is Wellington in New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Chicago's not even top 5. Then a bunch of cities I've never heard of, and number 5 is St. John's in Canada.
Huh. They're probably all ocean cities.
It's gotta be, yeah. I mean, is every city in New Zealand an ocean city?
No.
There's interior cities?
There's gotta be. They all literally live around the entire...
I believe... No, I don't know about cities, probably villages. But, like, north to south New Zealand is only, like, 185 kilometers.
Yeah.
You can't cram that many cities in there.
Oh, there's gotta be at least one.
I don't know. I think I can only name one city in New Zealand.
But that's the thing. Cities in those kinds of countries mean different things. Like,
that's true. Well, I don't know. Do they follow, like, the England style where there's just, like, tiny little boroughs everywhere? Or
I think that would be my guess.
Right.
Usually when it's small spaces like that, I feel like that's how they disperse. They're like there's a town, walk 45 minutes down that way.
Yeah.
And you'll get to the next town.
Yeah.
Whereas here that's like halfway across, like not even halfway across the city.
No, not even close. Yeah. And then as soon as you get out of the city, if you're walking, you're just fucked.
Yeah, it'll never.
Yeah.
It's like infinite time.
Yeah, you'll never get there
anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy stuff.
Crazy
Did you
place.
see?
We've been talking a lot about New Zealand.
It's a good place. Good on them. Yeah. There's they moved the PlayStation 5 reveal event. So
they did, yes. Yeah. For Blackout Tuesday.
For the foreseeable future, isn't it? Like they haven't announced a makeup date.
Yeah. Man.
It's crazy.
Maybe the world will just keep getting keep falling apart more and more, and then we just won't get any
announcement trailer
entertainment.
Oh wow! Entertainment is just over.
We'll just move into a new. So it will just be a giant civil war, I guess.
Well, I think our country's safe of the civil war until they turn their attention elsewhere.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm talking like in the next
tear
decade
themselves
or so.
Apart. Yeah. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I'm fine with my PS4. I've got enough games to last me for quite a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Got a lot of backlog games.
Yeah.
I could survive a civil war.
Totally.
With no entertainment.
Totally. I have more books than I do games.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, I'm fine forever.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. The Days of Play sale started on PlayStation. Persona 5 Royals down to $60.
Wow.
I don't know if that's cheap enough.
Yeah.
It's so tempting though. Like I really want to see that game through, and
yeah, it's even tempting for me, and I beat it twice. Or wait, did I? No, I only played it once.
Oh, you probably started the second playthrough with like your super juiced up stats.
Yeah, maybe. But I didn't give it a second playthrough, so it's definitely like I'll play that eventually for sure.
Death Stranding is $31 now. That's a tempting one.
That's pretty great. That's cheap. $30.
That's not bad.
Is there like a new sale today?
Yeah, it's the Days of Play sale. This is one of their this is like their summer sale. Huh. So this is one that'll be a bunch of shit next week and the next week too.
Oh, crazy. Any of those Resident Evils?
3's in there, but it's still $52.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But not 5 or 6.
I've just started looking. Okay. I'll let you know. But yeah, they probably, if they're not in it yet, they will be. Those things go on sale constantly.
Yeah, you'd think so, right? I remember you got the 5 and 6 combo for super cheap.
For like $12 or something. Yeah. I wish I would have bought the 0 and 1 combo also, but I never did.
That would be great.
Yeah, there's not a whole. It's just such a long fucking list of games. I don't know. $40 for Borderlands 3. Assassin's Creed Origins is $15. That's very cheap, but I mean, I'm done with that. $26 for WWE 2K20. That's tempting. Because boy, does it look WWE 2K20.
Oh,
because it looked so bad.
Yeah.
Uncharted for $15. There's nothing that's really screaming to me except for Death Stranding.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Ancestors for $25.
Oh wow, that's still too much.
That's the thing. That one needs to be under 20, I think, because it's probably not good at all.
Yeah, it's just a weird experiment.
Yeah,
which is great, but I can't put much.
No, I would never put the time into it to get your money worth. Yeah, there's nothing. This isn't the best sale I've ever seen, but it'll keep evolving, I guess.
Sweet.
Totally. Good old sales.
I just saw this article that Playdate that's like the handheld crank.
Yeah.
You can now play Doom.
Cool. Is that thing out?
And that's how you shoot. Yeah, I think so.
Huh. Weird. It was just in really limited numbers or something.
Yeah.
Weird.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't get up to too much yesterday. Hung out with some family.
Ooh.
Played some God of War.
Did you play God of War with family?
Almost done the side quests. There's a lot of side quests.
Oh, so there's a lot of stuff to do in it.
It's huge. It's stupid. Yeah.
Are the side quests quality? Like, are they fun at least?
No.
Because sometimes those games, like the actual best story stuff, is hidden in the side quests.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says about Witcher 3.
Right.
I don't know about that, but
it's crazy. Like I was reading about Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah. What about
that game? Has like 1,500 side quests.
But they must be just like, here's a block of text. Go kill 6 snakes.
That must be, yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I don't know how you can do that. Although
I don't know. Apparently, it's known
the,
for like being the majority of its gameplay being in side quests.
Right? Wasn't that Gravity Rush's thing also?
I don't know.
It was just a world that was just full of side quests and not much else.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
weird. I kind of, in a way, I'd appreciate that design more from big AAA games. I'd love it if like I was already done God of War's story.
Yeah.
And the rest was just on my own.
Yeah. Well, that's Assassin's Creed Odyssey has so fucking many side quests, but then like they kind of there's like 5 different icons that they're represented by, and like if it's this kind of icon, it's going to be a really fun one versus like and then they get worse and worse. But right. There's so many side quests in that game.
Right.
And they are AAA, and it's just like these are just shit to learn about characters.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'd almost like AAA games more to make that divide even bigger.
Yeah.
To like really make it so that like if I want, I can just play this like a 10-hour awesome story and get the experience that I want from that AAA game. But then there's tons of meat for me if I want.
I can just dive in.
If I enjoy it more.
There are people who beat Odyssey in 20 hours, and I spent 180.
Right.
So that's pretty much that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. I'd like it even shorter than that.
What you know what else is like that? Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a pretty concise story, but there was so much extra shit you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was.
He was more extra shit than anything else. Yeah. I should look at that game again someday. Like it gets a surprising amount of hate.
Does it now? I mean,
oh yeah.
I feel like it must just only be because of Konami.
No, people just say that the story's the worst of any Metal Gear Solid, which there's not much debating that.
But I mean, it's just as ridiculous and stupid as any Metal Gear Solid story.
Well, that's not why you play it. But and then everyone just says it's not Metal Gear Solid.
That's weird. I
guess I can see it, but I don't. That's fine. It's the first fun to play one.
I don't see how to me it's still quite Metal Gear Solid. I mean, it's the whole. I guess there's the whole Kiefer Sutherland thing, but then they even address that in the story.
Weird. Did David Hayter show up? I can't remember how that actually.
No, he doesn't show up, but they just it just becomes clear that this isn't.
Yeah.
Big Boss, isn't it? Right? Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's like you're playing as like one of the clones or something.
Or you were the helicopter pilot who got plastic surgery to look like him.
Yeah, something like that.
But then actual Big Boss is Venom Snake.
Right.
And was doing bad guy things in the background the whole time, I guess.
Something like that, yeah.
Like that.
It's just as confusing as any of the Metal Gear Solid
if you asked me for a Metal Gear Solid 3 story, it would be vaguely about that. Like, you're going to kill your former master who's working for the Russians and they need some information, but this Chinese spy, it's just
not really,
even less with 4. I don't know what the fuck that game's about.
Oh yeah. The philosophers are like all of them are dead and they're all programs and
fucking Ocelot goes out and shoots finger guns at people and kills them.
Oh yeah. Man.
I don't understand.
I love that game.
Fox Die was so stupid.
Oh.
Remember the end when the boss just dies in the cemetery of Fox Die?
Yeah.
Or is that not what? Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah. Oh man. And all the
That game might be the worst playing of all the Metal Gear Solids, though.
I would say best.
You would, because it's just the most complicated.
Yeah, it's the most, you have the most freedom in how you can sneak.
Totally. But like the fact you had to like hold down 3 buttons to crawl and then like slightly elevate yourself, or like
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
it
But
was
when you lined up, man, you felt like such a badass. And you're
never
fucking
lined up.
that one camo suit that just when you laid against something, the whole suit would
Yeah.
turn into that thing.
Like thinking back, there wasn't a lot of stealth in that game, was there?
It was frustrating. Yeah, it annoyed me. The
Like
first
there was
the
the
first two
desert area at
levels
first,
are
and
my
then the jungle
favorite.
area. Yeah.
Yeah, they're my favorite parts of that game.
But then it was like Berlin that was just frustrating. I remember
Yeah,
following that spy
there's
around.
one awesome sneaking segment in that one, but most of it is like, yeah, like is annoying. And then there's like no sneaking after that, basically. After that's the actually there is a lot, but it's not nearly as fun because it's all the robots in
Shadow Moses.
Shadow Moses. Yeah.
Right. I completely forgot that Shadow Moses was in that game until just now.
Yeah, it's that part's incredible.
Don't you like dream in PS1 graphics?
Yeah, it flashes
Yeah.
back to the PS1 graphics and stuff.
Weird. So they do that in the new Wolfenstein games, and I thought it was original there. Turns out it's not.
I love that game.
It's so weird.
It's
I have the
it's game in gaming history
fan.
next week, but I still haven't bought a PS3. So.
Oh man, did that never come out on anything else?
I don't think it did.
Wow.
Now that I think about it,
that's crazy. Yeah. I have like the ultra version of that game too.
Huh.
That came in like I think you might have got it too, because it was like you could just get it inside the like really thick box that holds the Blu-ray and the game. And
no, I don't think so.
And I got the document of Metal Gear
I
with
think I have like a greatest hits version or something. Because the first time I played it, I didn't own a PS3, and my friend Enver, was such a huge Metal Gear Solid fan.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I really want to play it. Like I just don't have a PS3, and he's like, take this PS3.
That's amazing. When did you get a PS3?
When did I get one? I don't know.
Yeah. Wow. In my brain, you had one all along, but
No, I never. I remember like there was never even a total full reason that I wanted a PS3.
No,
I can think of.
There never was in general.
Like I just I think by the end of it I was like, there's just enough games in general.
Yeah.
But there was no single game like there usually is.
Right. Yeah, I can't think of why. Oh, I got mine just because I got a good deal on a 60 gigabyte one.
Like the first game I bought was Little Big Planet.
Right. That game's not even very good.
No, I was super disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Uncharted, I think.
Yeah. One or because 2 and 3 were both great.
Yeah, I never got 3. I borrowed it from you.
Right.
And I beat it.
It's just more of the same, which is kind of what I expect of 4 as well, but that's not a bad thing.
Oh yeah, it was great. I totally enjoyed 3, but I just never had any reason to buy it.
Yeah. Of Naughty Dog's games, I would take Uncharted over Last of Us 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, I probably would too. I don't know though. They're pretty close for me either. But yeah, Uncharted is more fun.
Yeah. Even though it is just still senseless violence, just blasting guys in the face.
And they have like a similar gameplay feel actually.
Yeah. Even Joel looks like old.
Kind of.
Old, yeah. What's his name?
Old Nathan.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be cool if they tied the 2 games together.
That'd be great.
Just more franchises need to tie themselves together.
Let's have a Nathan. Nathan's the leader of the Clickers.
Yeah.
He's totally. Like super old.
I'm playing the DLC levels for Fallout 5 or Far Cry 5, the like Mars pack and the Vietnam pack.
Yeah.
And the Mars pack, you play as the guy that we just rescued that runs the plane place.
Oh.
Which is weird. And another character gets abducted by aliens and you just have to rescue them. It's weird.
That's
shit.
Awesome.
Yeah. So they're tying all their shit together. And that character is Herc, it's like Far Cry's Sid. Right. Like he's in every one of the games. It's just some dumbass. Yeah.
And he's even a plane guy.
Yeah. It's really weird. He wasn't always a plane guy. He changes what he is to match the game.
Right.
He was like a Pacific Islander in 3 and yeah. It's Crazy stuff. But I guess I just can't get enough Far Cry 5.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Maybe it's just Far Cry, because I also had just beaten Far Cry 3 last week, too.
Actually, you're on an Ubisoft kick.
Yeah, it's true. I'm getting so many Club Ubi points.
Yeah. Racking them up.
If only I could buy something useful. I can afford so many desktop wallpapers.
Oh.
I know. I don't even know what I'm going to do with all of them.
Voss.
Yeah. Cool ass Voss. And Pagan Min from 4, and I don't even remember. What's Jacob Seed? Joseph Seed?
Oh, yeah. Joseph Seed.
They definitely have an archetype they follow.
Yeah.
But I think it's just it's all in the creepy fucking eyes.
When did I play Far Cry 4? Did we play that on stream?
Did we play it on stream?
I can't remember. I just remember you showing me that whole thing where you can like just sit there.
Oh, and he'll come back and it's game over?
Yeah.
Right. Did we do that on stream? We might have done it in a gaming history or something.
It's weird. I don't know.
Huh. That is.
Oh, maybe that was on the Best of the Decade.
Oh, yeah, that could be it. That would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever we do our like celebration of the year, I figure we should do what we did last year, or like a smaller version of that.
Yeah.
Where we like look at old clips. Remember how we like did like the worst of the year?
Yeah.
That was pretty great. Look at like the most, the hardest moment of the hardest game of the year.
I don't even know. Has there been any hard games this year?
Yeah, I think so. I just can't. Yeah, I don't know. They haven't been as not as many as last year, I think.
Right.
Last year it was easily F-Zero, but I think we had just done F-Zero.
Right.
Like had just given up. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, craziest moment. I remember like Illbleed dominating for a while.
Yeah. Illbleed was nonsense.
So we'll do something like that.
Yeah.
At some point.
It's true. This year that like is already halfway over somehow.
Yeah, this is a strange year.
Yeah. I wonder what like year-end shows are going to be for everything. Because not a lot's going on except for bad things that people aren't going to want to look back at positively.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be the year that time forgot.
There's some bad years in review.
Might be pretty funny. Although there's been some weird, ridiculous good television as a result of it, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that Community thing was pretty great. I watched that.
Right.
The best part of that was because I had also watched the reunion thing that had happened before, or that it happened after, but they released it before.
Because they had filmed the table read like 2 weeks before it came out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they talked about that table read, even though the table read was coming out 2 weeks later. But in that reunion thing, they talked about how Pedro Pascal, who replaced Walter Goggins, kept cracking up at some of the lines, and I was like, like I wonder what he'd be cracking up at. And then I was like, well, that character does have to give out a lot of semen. And then that's exactly what it was.
That's amazing.
It's so good because he lost it at like the first time, like the first it's Pierce's will, and he's giving out all the bequeathments to everybody. And the first one's Britta, and he gets like a vial of his hypervirile semen. Yeah. And Pedro Pascal just lost it, and then like you just know that like everyone, if you've seen the episode, everyone gets one of those jars.
Yeah, I'm sure he's seen the episode. Even
he could like barely get through it.
That's fucking amazing.
It was so good. Like the best ones when it got like because the 3 girls are first.
Yeah,
and then it goes to Jeff, and it's like, I give you this a jar of very fine whiskey, so that you're less tempted to drink this jar of even finer sperm. And he just he couldn't even say that one.
That's amazing.
No one snuck up on him because it just comes out of nowhere.
But that essentially confirms in my mind that if they made a movie, he'd be in it.
I know, right? He'd have to.
Yeah. Other than him probably being too expensive.
I don't know. Yeah. He seemed to have a great time.
Right.
And then they all lost it when Troy's line at the end where he's like, I don't know if it's because everybody else got one or if it's because it's an old man's semen, but I'm disappointed.
Oh, jeez.
So good.
Yeah,
it was pretty great.
Good old that.
Still haven't watched the Parks and Rec one.
It's good. I don't think it's as good, although it's new content, which is nice. Yeah.
Right.
But Parks and Rec also kind of went downhill when literally everyone on that show coupled off.
A little bit, yeah. I know what you mean. I remember there was huge parts where I didn't, especially Rob Lowe and Rashida Jones's character.
Yeah.
There was just huge sections where I was like, I don't care.
And Rob Lowe at some points is my favorite character.
Yeah, at the beginning when he shows up at first, he's fantastic.
Yeah, and then there's a pretty a 2-season portion where Amy Poehler and Adam Scott are by far the main characters.
Yeah, but they're at least entertaining.
They're really Adam Scott is amazing.
Yeah,
but oh man, his board game is the Cones of Dunshire is so good.
So good.
And that makes a comeback in the new episode, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Yeah. I also got 2 episodes so far into Devs now.
Oh yeah.
That show's crazy. It really, some of the stuff really hurts your brain to think about.
I'm sure.
I guess that's kind of his whole brand.
I think so. I think that's the whole point.
Yeah, but they don't reveal anywhere near enough information so far, and it's kind of driving me crazy.
I think by the sounds of it, I don't know if they will. But I think some stuff gets. I don't know. By what I've read, people seem satisfied, but it's still.
I'm only 2 episodes in, and I kind of know what the devs are doing, but I don't know what the hell that means or why or how or any of that.
Nice.
But it looks really cool and it sounds really cool and
Nick Offerman's not in enough stuff.
No, he's really, really good.
Yeah.
They have this crazy forest. I'm sure you've probably seen it in pictures, but it's a forest and all of the pine trees in this forest have this ring around halfway through. And then if you walk through at night, it turns on all the lights, and it just looks like there are these portals that have these pine trees coming out of them because it's pitch black above it. It's one of the most insane visuals I've ever seen in a movie.
Huh.
And cool. And some terrifying shit happens. It's really cool.
Yeah.
FX has some a bananas good lineup of shows right now.
They've been
with that and Atlanta and What We Do in Shadows and It's Always Sunny.
Always Sunny just got renewed up to 15, making it the longest running live action comedy,
which is insane
in TV history. Yeah,
it feels like it's not. It still feels relatively new in my mind.
A little bit, yeah.
And it doesn't feel like there's a lot more content than say Seinfeld or something.
Yeah,
I'm sure there is.
I think it's Always Sunny only ever had 10 episodes, didn't it? Or did actually the first 2 seasons or first 3 seasons might have been more.
Right.
But
remember when they had a movie, the Christmas movie?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Alice Casey says Always Sunny still feels like a niche show, not massive viewership.
Even though it is so huge.
Kind of, but it's also never been nominated for an Emmy, as far as I know.
Really? That's nuts, because I was just hearing that John Lithgow won 3 Emmys in a row for Third Rock from the Sun. They've done some oh man, that's really disappointing to hear, actually.
It's definitely never won. And just see if it's ever been nominated.
I guess John Lithgow's also kind of like an Emmy factory. Like he also won for Dexter and for some other things. That's crazy. And I still consider Always Sunny to have two spin-off shows in AP Bio and the Mick.
Kinda, yeah.
They play the same characters in them.
Yeah.
And the Mick is more heinous than anything that ever happened in Always Sunny.
There's that awesome episode of It's Always Sunny called The Gang Desperately Tries to Win an Award.
Huh. Which one
it's
was
all
that?
About, that's entirely about that's the I can't remember what the award's about. But it's the one where Charlie writes the Randy Newman song.
Oh, right.
Because he wants to win best song.
Yeah.
But that one, like, there's entirely, like, the whole subtext is about how they never win Emmys. Because they're like, is it this bar? Is our bar too, like, gross and dirty? And they're like, no, but the bar just across the street. And they were talking
Cheers
about
won a shitload of Emmys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Louis, I think they're talking about Louis as well, like on the same network and stuff. And
that's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I love that episode. And then they lock Charlie in the basement, and he just comes out and sings about spiders.
That's how you win an Emmy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alex Casey says it's not Emmy bait. It's not really a show that pop culture would celebrate because they're all so awful.
But, like, who is giving Emmys to Third Rock from the Sun? Who cared about that show?
Exactly. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know why they don't really.
I guess there was a 7-year span where the Emmy was won by Kelsey Grammer or John Lithgow every year for lead actor in a comedy. Yeah. So there must be some, like, bias in the voting.
Yeah.
For old white men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that in Hollywood. I think we should try and break this story.
Good. A new Ronan Farrow over here.
Yeah, that's me. Another show I started watching. Wow, that also vaguely links to what we're talking about is Mythic Quest.
Wow, yeah. It's only been like 2 days.
It's really good.
Since we talked last.
I started Mythic Quest last week. It just is barely worth talking about.
Right.
That show is boring, but
people seem to like it.
It's fine. It's like a good, bad TV sitcom. Like on the level of, like, Big Bang Theory. Like, it's just trash.
Right. He's not enough Mac. Like,
there's not enough Mac. And like, Abed's not Abed-y at all.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't expect that.
But Danny Pudi plays a total asshole, and that's not Danny Pudi even a little bit.
Right.
And, like, there's weird amounts of video game footage, and I'm always like, oh, I know that video game, and it's supposed to be their game, but, like, I know too much.
Weird.
Yeah. Like, they use a lot of footage of For Honor and The Witcher and Dragon Age, and yeah.
Huh.
It's crazy. But it's one of those sitcoms that you don't really laugh at much.
That's great.
That's what I wanted, a situational comedy.
I'm gonna get around to watching Space Force one of these days.
That's the Steve Carell one?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not even convinced it'll be a good show, but it's got too many great people involved. And it was the last thing Fred Willard did before he died.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't generally like Steve Carell very much, but
I do.
I never watched much of The Daily Show or any of that stuff, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's where I started.
Yeah. I started with The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and that was very funny at the time, but it is not as funny anymore.
Yeah.
He had, like, when's the last Judd Apatow movie? It feels like it's been forever.
Well, there's that new one with Pete Davidson that apparently sucks.
That's just because Pete Davidson sucks.
Yeah, but it's like Judd Apatow has he devoted like the last 2 years of his life to like making a life story of Pete Davidson.
It's about Pete Davidson?
It's he's the main character, and it's I don't know. It's sort of based on his life, I guess.
He's like, that'd be like making a life story movie of Jeremy Piven. Like,
honestly, it kind of looks like it. Like there's a line from the trailer that's like you make everyone around you like hate themselves and go crazy.
Oh, weird.
It's like, oh, great.
Yeah, doesn't sound good.
I watch a movie about a guy that everybody hates.
No, that everybody hates to be around. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I mean, isn't that what Uncut Gems was? And people loved that.
Yeah, but that sounds more. It's like that sounds like it has more stakes.
I still barely know what that movie's about.
Oh,
Isn't he just trying to get across the city with diamonds?
With what?
Diamonds or something?
Yeah, but I know it's about like loan sharks and stuff.
Oh,
like that. I know there's like he's in way over his head and he's gonna get
the threat of an action movie is in there.
Yeah, like mobsters. I think there's the threat of a mobster movie in there.
Oh yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's called The King of Staten Island. Is Judd Apatow's movie.
Oh,
and I'm pretty sure that is like literally just like about like a 20-something guy who, by the end of the movie, like thinks about getting his life together or something.
Oh, cool.
Like I bet you those are the stakes.
Ah, man, sounds like it's ripe for a sequel.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what was the one. Oh yeah, there was an Amy Schumer movie before that.
What was that, Trainwreck?
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. John Cena was very funny in it.
I didn't watch it. And then Funny People before that, I never watched either.
That was too dark. Didn't have any interest.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah. That's why I haven't seen Uncut Gems, is because I so hate everything I've seen Adam Sandler in for quite a while.
Yeah, but that's always Adam Sandler's thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's in 99% garbage and then
why can't he just keep making Happy Gilmore movies?
I think he's trying to do that, but Happy Gilmore, I think that was just because his humor was still relatively fresh and like he was and creative.
Yeah, that's true. He was also like 22 at that point.
Yeah. But I think he's still trying to just make that movie over and over again.
Right. It's me who's grown beyond that. It's lame.
But yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be amazing in this one. Uncut Gems. I'll watch it someday.
Yeah, someday. It's on the list.
Too many games to play.
I've got that Inheritance movie to watch too. That Simon Pegg looks totally insane in.
I didn't even know that one.
It's like a horror movie where he plays a crazy person who's been locked in a basement for 30 years. And he doesn't look anything like Simon Pegg. It looks pretty weird.
It's like, there's like a new Kevin James movie where he's like he's a psychopath killer.
Oh, what?
Like, yeah, it's like serious, like a serious horror movie.
We should just make a podcast where we watch Kevin James movies.
There aren't even that many, are there?
I don't know. And there already is a podcast where they watch Paul Blart again and again and again. So we can't do that. Yeah.
Right.
Wow, that's insane. There's not a movie I want to see less, I don't think.
It didn't look. I think I watched the trailer and it didn't look terrible.
Huh.
Let me see. I can't remember what it's called.
I'm just looking up Kevin James now, and his IMDb photo makes me want to die. It's so bad. It's him in like a dumb hat with dumb sunglasses. Ugh.
It's called Becky, and he plays a neo-Nazi.
Huh. Weird. I can see him as a neo-Nazi.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. There's that. The True Memoirs of an International Assassin.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. That was very bad.
Really? Wow.
It was just a movie on Netflix. It was, so it just popped up. I didn't pay much attention. I saw Pixels. Pixels was very bad.
Holy shit, Pixels was bad.
Yeah.
Stunningly bad.
Yeah. I've still never seen Grown Ups 2. I bet that's...
I've never seen either Grown Ups. Either of the Grown Ups.
No. Never seen either of the Zookeepers. Never seen either of the Mall Copses. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. And then the King of Queens. Didn't he win a bunch of Emmys for King of Queens?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's classic Kevin James. And then
That's insane that he won Emmys for that, and Always Sunny doesn't win anything. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It's the darkest timeline.
It's true. I've never actually seen an episode of King of Queens, and it does have some other very funny people in it, so maybe it's great. But
ooh, what? Just Jerry Stiller
and Patton Oswalt.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. And actually, I don't think Jerry Stiller's that funny.
Yeah. No, I don't remember liking it. I remember like watching it back in the day.
It felt like the bad version of Titus.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I'd like to rewatch Titus.
Did that ever come out on anything?
It came out on DVD. I don't know
yeah.
if it came out on any streaming services.
Right. Do you have it?
I just heard about it the other day because someone was talking about Stacy Keach.
Huh.
He's like an awesome actor.
Is he still alive?
I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, Stacy Keach is great.
Really great actor, and he was amazing in Titus. He was the dad.
Was he the dad?
Yeah.
It's weird. Like I'm surprised I liked Titus at the time because Christopher Titus looks so unlikable.
I know, but it was a weirdly like really smart show.
Right.
Like I remember every episode was a bottle episode.
Yeah.
But then there'd be tons of flashbacks that would take you out of it.
So but they were like recent flashbacks, weren't they?
I think they went all over the place.
Huh.
But it was like every episode took place in one location.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wowee. Yeah, Stacy Keach. I always think of him as just a spooky guy because there's one part in like a Tales of the Dark Side movie or something where his whole skit is that he gets hair implants and his hair implants kill him. Like it turns into a monster that kills him. It's crazy.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's always been like a great B movie actor for a lot of like even going back into the 70s and 60s.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
Stacy Keach?
Yeah.
You just asked that a few minutes ago.
Oh man.
And I said I didn't know, but then I actually looked it up and it turns out he is.
Oh dang.
Why is that bad?
I don't know. I want to have a controversial hot take.
Did you ever see Nebraska?
No. That's the one with
It's a great movie.
Ed Helms?
No, Will Forte.
What am I thinking of?
I don't
even know. I don't even know. There was like an Ed Helms movie where he sold insurance, but that sounds like every Ed Helms movie now that I think about it.
Nebraska was like black and white. It was nominated for Best Picture.
Oh, crazy! No, I definitely didn't.
And Bob Odenkirk was in it. And Will Forte's brother.
Was it a comedy?
Yeah. But,
sort of.
Yeah, it was like a comedy about like an old guy going crazy.
Oh, I see. It's an Alexander Payne movie. Okay, yeah. I know exactly what kind of movie it is.
Yeah.
A comedy about an old guy in pain?
Going crazy.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
All right. Yeah,
it's great actually. He like just gets like one of those notices that says like he's won a huge sum of money.
Yeah.
Like, and it's obviously a scam, but he just decides that he's won it and he's going to, and so he starts walking. Like the beginning of the movie is he's like walking on the highway to go to collect his money.
Right.
And then his son decides to drive him.
Weird. I would be so into that walk though. That'd be such a good walk.
No, it was like across the whole country.
Exactly. That would be such a harrowing thing. Like that should be a challenge. Like if you can walk across this country, we'll give you $1 million.
I mean, people do. There's trails.
We should make a reality show out of it though.
There's like that one West Coast trail on
the Pacific Coast Trail.
Yeah, I don't know. There's one that goes like all along the west coast of America.
Yeah. but I don't think a lot of people walk it entirely.
I bet you more than I bet you numerous people a year do.
Well, but not a lot of them are old guys trying to claim lottery winners.
No.
It's the like promise of so much money at the end of this walk that makes this walk so incredible.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's the whole movie. That's why it's an awesome journey. But he would die if he tried to just walk it, though.
Well, I want to see this journey, though.
But it would be literally the most boring journey.
It'd just be slow and sad.
Yeah, there'd be no. Yeah. It'd be an old man shuffling for like to his death.
Yeah, I guess. No one wants to watch that.
But
I see your point.
His son driving it made for a good movie, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch that one.
All right. It's settled.
Anyway, that was some of the most.
It was movie talk. It was all about movies. It remained consistently on topic.
That's true.
Yeah.
We showed our expertise. We learned something.
I don't know if I showed my expertise.
We laughed. We cried.
Yeah. Those are the only things that happened.
Just another day of Grimpen Gaming's chat.
It's just another Chimborazo day.
Is that today?
It's today. It's Chimborazo Day.
Chimborazo!
Happy Chimborazo Day, everybody.
That's when you yell Chimborazo and then you eat some Chimborazos.
Chimborazo Day celebrates the spot on the Earth that's closest to the moon and farthest from the center of the Earth.
What?
Interesting. It's in the Andes.
But wait, weird. But it's not it's not Mount Everest?
No, I guess not. Because Mount Everest, probably taking into account sea level. Aren't the Andes way higher than...
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Sea level's a weird, deceptive motherfucker.
So it's just celebrating the highest point on Earth.
Yeah, no, closest to the moon.
And furthest from the center.
Furthest from the center. Way cooler than the highest point on Earth.
What the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah.
What's it called? The Chickamauga?
Chimborazo.
Chichamauga.
It might be Chimborazo.
It could
wrong?
Be like there's some really high scientists.
Yeah, annually on June 3rd, everybody celebrate their Chimborazo.
Chimborazo.
It's also Global Running Day. I'm not into that.
No.
Like, it's weird. You see people who are like going for a run together and having conversations, and I can't even imagine that.
No, that's yeah.
Like, A, that's so unpleasurable, and B, I couldn't maintain a thought and a sentence that's not just like, what? Like,
well, yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't actually say sentences out loud that wouldn't take way longer.
Yeah,
because they have huge breaths in between.
It's nonsense. Yeah. So I'm canceling Global Running Day.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Impersonate Authority Day today. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
That one feels like one we could really get to take off this year if we wanted to.
Yeah, that's topical.
Yeah, although very bad.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Yeah, probably don't do it. But I mean, in the safety of your home, probably don't even do it.
Nah. Probably then don't even.
Depending on, like in Canada, I'd feel safe dressing up as authority at home.
Yeah, well, I guess you know what authority can mean a lot of things. Like dress
up as a judge. Yeah.
Perfect.
Everyone wants to look like a judge. There's no more respected looking figure.
Exactly.
Yep.
And you can do that perfectly safe in your own home.
Yep. They should just call it Dress Like a Judge Day.
Yes, that would clear up any confusion and danger.
Yeah. Love Conquers All Day. Yeah. National Chocolate Macaroon Day. National Egg Day. Nice. National Itch Day. That's weird. National Tailor's Day. Repeat Day.
Oh, so it's National Itch Day. National. We have to go through all those days again.
All again, yeah. Not just Chimborazo Day.
Chimborazo Day.
That's the thing. It's only Repeat Day because we're so close to the moon.
Oh.
Yeah, it fucks with the way time works.
That makes sense.
And last but not least, it's World Clubfoot Day.
World what?
Clubfoot.
Clubfoot?
Club.
Oh, Clubfoot.
Yeah, I think it's just some kind of like disability.
As a condition.
Yeah.
So we're not celebrating it; we're bringing awareness to it.
Exactly. But there's also a really cool song by Kasabian called Clubfoot.
Oh, maybe it's about that.
Maybe it's about that. That is a really cool song.
I mean, that Ricky Martin band got its own day.
Yeah, that's true. Menudo Day.
Menudo Day. So
yeah, Kasabian deserves it, but they should have called it Kasabian because that's as good a name as Menudo.
Oh, yeah, but Menudo had many hits, whereas Kasabian just had Clubfoot.
Just Clubfoot. It's true.
Yeah.
You can hear Clubfoot on our channel.
Can you?
I don't know if it got muted. It's in the Alan Wake DLC.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that the song that
it plays at the beginning when the satellite's falling?
Oh, it plays a lot because you turn on the radio, you play it, and that scene repeats like 4 times.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
But I think it did get it didn't get muted, but it got flagged.
Oh yeah.
Huh, I didn't know that. There you go.
Yep.
So we should have
played that. So if you want to celebrate, we should have. Too bad. Well, if we'd known that ahead of time, if we ever really got our shit together and knew what days it was ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's true.
Someday.
But
not today, because today is gaming history.
Yeah, today's about looking at the past.
And I got some shit together for that. So
nice.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned, everybody. Oh shoot, 1 second.
We're gonna tune out.
Yeah, we'll be right back with some gaming history and Tetris. Bing, 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 bing. This week in gaming history. Whoa!
Oh, that's
Hello.
the sound you make when we're back.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
It's gaming history. Look, history.
Historical. I'm wearing a tie and a graduate's cap.
Yeah, you just can't see it.
You just can't see it. I don't want you to see it, but I want you to think about it.
But listen to this. I don't know if you probably can't hear it.
I can't hear it, but I'm imagining something going.
That's right.
Yeah, that song's burned into my soul.
I don't even know if they can hear it. Oh yeah, they can. It's just really quiet.
I think you should just blast it. No one cares what you have to say if you can be listening to Tetris music.
No, but Sky, it's you more because you're coming through the same.
Oh, damn me!
And Skype like mutes it.
That's all my fault then. So I need to listen to I should pull up the Tetris music on something here. Although that would be difficult and confusing as well.
Yeah, yours might be super loud.
Yes, I'll whisper.
Perfect.
That's my specialty.
Well, you can hear it in the very background. Classic Tetris music, Type A.
Type A. No one played Type B.
Type B's great.
What was Type B?
Here,
Huh. Yeah, it's not here. That's familiar, yeah. Oh, I hear it now.
Yeah, I turned it up. I turned you up way loud, but I'll have to turn it back down. They're probably hearing double.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, it's a classic. And that's the one that Tanaka wrote.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then Type C music was Bach piece.
Right. That's crazy.
And all of them were arranged by Tanaka, but the second one he wrote himself.
Huh.
But of course, Type A has become synonymous with Tetris.
Yeah, it's true. Although, like, Tetris Effect, I don't even know if that song is in there.
I can guarantee that it is.
Huh.
You know
I can't
why?
remember.
Because the Tetris company has a bunch of rules that every single Tetris game has to follow.
And it includes having the Type A music.
And one of them is having Korobaneki in it, yeah. Hey, dude Boyle. How's it going? Welcome to Gaming History. We're doing some Tetris. But yeah, that song is called Korobone. Wait, what is it called? Man, that's so much information on Tetris.
It's so weird to me that Nintendo never owned Tetris.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's the Tetris company. In the same way that there's the Pokemon company, where they're like these separate entities, even though I really strongly associate them with Nintendo.
Well, they kind of did own it. For a while. The Tetris company was founded in 1996. Yeah, the rights to Tetris is an absolutely insane story.
Doesn't Alexei Pajitnov just get totally screwed?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, let's go all the way back to the USSR.
Oh, man. Das Vidanya.
I wish we could play that Beatles song.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is what the first version of Tetris looked like here.
Yeah.
This is what Pajitnov made. Alexei Pajitnov. It was made on the Electronica 60 in 1979.
They should make a new system called that.
I know, right? Everything should be the Electronica.
Yeah.
But yeah, in 1979, he was just kind of futzing around with this. He was hired by the Soviet Academy of Science in the computer center, and his job was to test computers. But his ambition was to use computers to make people happy, because he's just an awesome dude. That's one thing. One of the major things I've learned about Tetris. His Pajitnov is just awesome.
When I think of Alexei Pajitnov, I think of that one picture of him with like a hard helmet on from BGM.
Yeah, totally.
Like with a startled face, the Tetris block is falling.
Yeah, going like this.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Totally. That's exactly how I picture him as well. And it's weird. If you look him up, there's like more pictures of him with hard hats on. It's like a regular thing.
Huh. He's just into construction.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he just started dicking around and making puzzle games for fun. And like this Electronica 60, like this is a screenshot from that. And he, like, it didn't have a graphics interface. So it was all made out of brackets and letters and stuff. You can see like the frame of the Tetris thing is like backslashes and greater than symbols and stuff. So that's how he made it. He wanted to make a puzzle game from his childhood featuring pentominoes. Are you still there, Grimpen? Oh, there's a poor network connection. Anyway, we'll see if Grimpen gets back. That's weird. Oh, see, the music got way louder because it just disconnected. Oh, you getting a call from a ghost. It's a ghost.
What the?
Ah!
Oh my gosh, is it working?
Yeah, it sounds like it's all working.
It didn't, it just straight up crashed. I don't know what that was.
Huh, yeah.
Weird.
They just told me it had a connection problem.
Huh.
No.
Well, a ghost called you back.
And the ghost, that's what a ghost does. He disappears and comes back.
Yeah. Ghosts will always call back if it's important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what you missed, but I was just explaining how it was all made without a graphical interface and it's all backslashes and stuff like that.
That is, I see the pictures of it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nonsense.
And so he wanted to make in 1984, he wanted to make a game based off of his love of pentominoes from childhood.
Right.
And I learned some stuff about pentominoes. It's basically, it's just a shape that you can make out of 5 squares.
Right.
And there's like a combination of 12 possibilities of shapes you can make.
Huh.
Out of 12 individual squares. Out of 5 individual squares.
Right. 12 shapes, 5. Okay, yeah.
Exactly. But and so he loved playing with these puzzle pieces as a kid, but he felt like 5 shapes, he felt like 12 combinations was too much. 12 shapes. And that'd be too complicated. Yeah. So he went down to tetrominoes, which is 4 squares, and there's only 7 combinations.
And it's the perfect amount.
And those are those, yeah.
Don't they all have names?
What's that?
Don't all of the shapes have names too?
No, that was sort of a meme that went around, just like a joke somebody made.
Huh.
That they all had names in the instruction book. But then right. Jeopardy, a year later, used it as a question.
Weird.
Citing
it as fact or citing it as a meme?
Saying it as fact.
Oh, that's funny.
They're like, this game had characters such as Orange Ricky. That was one of the names.
Did anyone get it?
I think so, because it was more, it made it fairly obvious that it was Tetris outside of.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see.
That's weird shit.
I didn't actually, write that one down.
Jeopardy is not infallible.
So the question was the 7 rotatable blocks used in this video game, right? So you already know. Right. Oh, and it had a picture of all of them.
Oh, so it's impossible to get wrong.
Super, super easy. But then it had an arrow pointing to the orange L. That's Orange Ricky.
Cool.
Blue line is Hero.
Yeah, that's totally the hero. Yeah.
Yeah, and yellow cube was Smash Boy.
And all of that lines up.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy actually. The guy who tweeted it actually like modified the instruction book.
Jeez.
To have Orange Ricky, Blue Ricky, Cleveland Z, Rhode Island Z, Hero, Tiwi, and Smash Boy.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Good old internet.
Yeah. It's just some internet fun. Anyway, I also found out, this is weird too. So like a domino is a shape, like is just a shape that has two squares right next to each other, but it has nothing to do with why dominoes are called dominoes.
Oh,
I know. That's
like it totally makes sense if you think about
side fact. I know, right? Like in mathematics, it like domino does mean like two squares next to each other. It just has literally nothing to do with the name dominoes. From
weird.
Yeah, very strange. Anyway, you know how he came up with Tetris? It's the title. I made it the title of the stream today. He combined Tetramino with his favorite sport, tennis.
Tetramino, wow.
Tetramino tennis.
Whose favorite sport is tennis? I don't like this guy anymore.
I know, it's bizarre.
Yeah,
he's a weird guy, but he's awesome.
Yeah, I guess I'll let you be weird if you're gonna be awesome.
Completed lines he found filled the screen too quickly. Like it ended the game really quickly if you just filled it up. So he deleted them, and that's how that came to be. And the original version had no scoring, no levels, but they actually, so he made it in this program, and then him and a couple other guys helped him port it to the IBM machine. Can't remember what it was called.
PC?
No.
The computer. Damn.
But one of the main guy that actually helped him was 16 at the time.
Crazy.
IBM I guess it was PC. It was called the IBM PC. That was in 1986.
Right.
And that version did have scoring and stuff, and it was a little nicer. Actually, I have a picture of that one too.
Whoa.
So that was like Tetris version 2.
That's
colors.
Crazy. It must have been so much more difficult to design stuff that way too, because it's all like theoretical almost.
Yeah.
Like he's not getting. Wow. Yeah.
Well, and that was the other weird thing, right? So they lived in the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And like, the idea of selling something, like creating something and selling it, just didn't exist.
Right.
The Academy owned the game.
Right. The Academy of Science.
Yeah, exactly. But and together, this 16-year-old and Pajitnov and this other guy, made a bunch of like a pack of games that I think it was something like the Computer Fun Fair they were gonna call it.
Right.
It was a bunch of games packed together, but Tetris was by far the most popular, and soon it was, I guess, all over the place. There was in the institute. There's a medical institute, a computer medical institute that banned it because it was just too many people were getting addicted to it.
That's crazy.
I know, right? And that's just like the very beginning, and it was like instantly started catching fire, and people were like, "Holy shit, this is fun!
This game is a drug."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a magic thing they found. And so they they decided they wanted to sell just Tetris, basically.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Oh yeah, right. So they couldn't sell it, basically. So they just started giving it away, and they.
Why couldn't they sell? Like, you'd think something like that amazing people would want to buy.
Well, I don't know. The Academy wasn't interested. Like it just wasn't what the Academy was there to do. They were like, what are you doing? You're making games. And so they couldn't sell it personally because the intellectual properties didn't exist.
It belonged to the school, yeah.
Yeah.
And by virtue of that, it belonged to the Russian state, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this just started giving it away, and they gave it to a Hungarian publisher.
Huh.
And it started making the rounds in Hungary and Poland. And then this producer from London saw it in Hungary. Yeah. And this guy named Robert Stein. And this is where it starts getting complicated.
Oh, because it's not complicated yet.
The rights start going crazy here. Robert Stein finds this game. Yeah. And it's awesome. And he contacts Pajitnov. Nobody wants to make it because it's Soviet made.
Right.
But he finally finds some publishers. In Europe, there's this company called Mirasoft, and they have a affiliate in the US called Spectrum Holobyte.
Okay, I've heard of them before.
Well, and a man named that you also heard of.
Howard Lincoln?
No, Hank Rogers.
Okay, yeah.
Hank Rogers works for Holobyte, for
right.
Spectrum Holobyte. Okay.
Yeah.
So they've got Mirasoft publishing it in Europe, and USA. In the USA, Spectrum Holobyte is publishing it. But here's the thing: Stein made these deals without actually ever officially signing a contract with Pajitnov or the Soviets at all.
Oh, he just was doing it in bad faith all along.
Pretty much, he just he knew. I don't know. Yeah, I think he.
Is he a villain or is he an idiot? Is the question.
He's kind of. I mean, he's smart. He noticed the potential for Tetris for sure.
Right.
And at that time, it was kind of complicated on how you would negotiate with the Soviet Union on something like intellectual property.
Right.
They were using faxes, and I guess there was a thing where they didn't. The Soviets didn't realize that a fax was legally binding, or there was just all this miscommunication as well. So I guess it's a combination of both.
Yeah.
But so, in any case, they put them out. And the American company overhauled the graphics.
Yeah.
But kept the Russian theme. And it was ported to a whole bunch of systems, including the Amiga. And so this is what this one looked like.
I'll tell you in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, right. I'm not sharing my screen anymore.
It's true.
This was the Amiga version. That was also ported to a whole bunch of stuff. The Atari ST, the 2X Spectrum, Commodore 64. So this is the one that came out in the States.
That looks so cool.
Yeah, and that was the other crazy thing is it actually did keep a whole bunch of Russian imagery and themes.
That's an awesome tattoo or something too. Just like a spaceman.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's probably Mir 1 or something. It's a Russian their actual goal was to make something made by Soviets marketable. They wanted to make people buy something that was made by the Soviet Union.
Crazy.
So yeah, where the hell? Oh, but so this version didn't make any mention of Pajitnov. It just said made in the USA and designed abroad.
Oh.
Yeah. and despite like the Soviets didn't know, but and these became huge hits and won awards.
At what point did they find out?
And so, well, that was the thing. So now Robert Stein has got this game that is a hit that he doesn't even own.
Right.
So he contacts Pajitnov.
Yeah.
And negotiates the rights, but still doesn't. Oh man, yeah. So he's just trying to negotiate the rights. We'll leave him there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Spectrum Holobyte sells the Japanese rights to Hank Rogers.
Okay.
Who works for Spectrum Holobyte.
Yeah.
Mirasoft, however,
they're selling to their own employee.
Yeah.
Huh.
To sell the game in Japan.
Okay, sure.
Mirasoft, however, who's publishing it in Europe,
yeah,
also sells the rights to making it in Japan. They sell it to Tengen, which is a subsidiary of Atari.
Yeah, they're the off-brand Nintendo cartridges.
Exactly, and there is so they make the first NES Tetris.
Huh.
There's actually 2 NES versions of Tetris.
Yeah, the Tengen cart is the expensive one.
Super rare, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
At one point, the Russians had almost a dozen companies who thought they owned the rights.
And who actually is the owner of the rights at this point?
Still the Soviets, technically.
Right.
The government.
Yeah.
And the Academy.
Because they just never officially sold them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. What the hell?
But he does what's his name? Sorry. Robert Stein does eventually negotiate the rights in 1988.
Yeah.
But Pajitnov still isn't getting paid. And it's still yeah. It's there's like a new there's a whole other organization that starts up in the Soviet Union that manages this called Eleknor Technica.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You don't want to have them on your back.
It's the Soviet Union's central organization for the import and export of computer software.
That doesn't sound as cool.
And yeah, for short, they're called ELORG.
ELORG.
Yeah. So ELORG.
The ELORG.
ELORG's the one that they're talking to now.
Yeah.
And Stein negotiates the rights for these PC games that are selling.
Yeah.
So he thinks he has the rights, but then you've got Spectrum, Holobyte, and the other guys, Mirasoft, who think they have the rights, and now there's Japanese guys that have the rights. And now that same year, Nintendo is gearing up to release the Game Boy. This is all in 1988.
Yeah.
And they're super attracted by Tetris by its simplicity and established success on the NES. So Tengen releases the NES version. It's a big hit.
That's so weird because Nintendo was pissed at Tengen for releasing the NES version too.
Well, they eventually get in a big war.
Okay, right.
Because here's the thing: is Hank Rogers is a friend of Yamauchi, who's the president of Nintendo at the time.
I see.
Hiroshi Yamauchi.
Yeah.
And so Hank Rogers decides I'm gonna get the rights for Nintendo.
Right. For my friend.
Yeah. So he phones Robert Stein.
Yeah.
And says, "What's the deal? Can I get rights to publish on the handheld? Can I get the handheld rights for this game?" And the Soviets knew about the PC versions
Yeah.
But they didn't know about all these. They didn't know about the Tengen version. They didn't know about all this other stuff.
But, like, I guess it wasn't that easy to do research in those days.
I don't think it was, and especially in the Soviet Union.
Right.
Like, you're talking about, like, the computer science lab that he worked at was one of the few places that wasn't cut off.
Right.
From the rest of the world.
Right.
So they didn't know that, like, there was a version in Japan that was popular and stuff like that. So as Rogers is talking to Stein, he starts to realize something's off. And he goes to Russia himself and talks to whatever they're called. Ergo.
Electro.
Elorg.
Elorg.
So he goes himself and talks to Elorg. And he goes, look what I got. And he shows them a Tengen cartridge of Tetris. And they go, holy shit. You are like, you're making, like, they think Nintendo's the ones that are making rip-offs of Tetris. They're like, I can't believe you made a cartridge of Tetris. That's not, like, you don't have the right to do that.
Yeah.
Apparently, Rogers paid them the equivalent of $40,000 on the spot.
Yeah.
And secured the rights to Tetris, at least for the Game Boy.
For $40,000 only.
Yeah. But
wow.
Yeah, so, and he was like, and he also threw Stein under the bus too. He was like,
right.
I got the rights through Stein.
Right.
And so this is where the Soviets realize everything, how complicated the path of the rights of all these has been.
Right.
Meanwhile, Rogers also befriends Pajitnov over a game of Go.
Oh, they love Go.
This Hank Rogers guy, he's pretty sneaky.
Yeah, it's true.
He knows what he's doing. And so Pajitnov, from then on, supports Rogers through all the negotiations, to the detriment of the Microsoft guy and Stein, who are both actually, they also fly to Russia to start negotiating this.
Oh, but okay, so in my mind, Stein should have no right to it at this point, though. He just started selling it randomly, didn't he?
Pretty much.
Like, what is he thinking?
But he did negotiate a contract with them once it started getting big to own for the PC versions. And this is what then, right. So then the Russians send Stein an updated contract. And there's this whole bunch of clauses in it and stuff.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't notice that there's one clause in there that very strictly defines a computer as having a keyboard and a mouse. Which just completely restricts his rights to only the PC versions.
Yeah.
Which are the ones that he negotiated for.
Huh.
And he doesn't notice this, and so he signs the contract.
That's some shiesty stuff.
And so then, once that happens, in 1989, Nintendo sends a cease and desist to Atari.
Yeah.
To stop making the NES version of Tetris. And Atari contacts Microsoft, who say, no, we have the rights. You have the rights. It's all good. And apparently, the Microsoft president actually pressured Mikhail Gorbachev to cancel the contract with Nintendo.
Wow. That's like big international trade occurring at this point.
Isn't that crazy? I know.
Yeah.
November 1989, Nintendo and Atari go to court in San Francisco. And Atari sought to prove that the NES, which in Japan was called the Famicom, is a computer and not like a
means family computer.
Exactly, family computer. That was part of their whole thing. But also apparently they also tried to convince people that it was like it was intended to be hooked up to a computer. and it just didn't sell. Plus, Nintendo had Pajitnov and the Soviets, and like somebody flew in representing Pajitnov and was like, no, it was the contract was only the contract with Stein was only for computers.
Right.
It was never meant for anything else.
Right. That's nuts.
And so the judge ruled that Microsoft never actually held the rights, and Nintendo won. So on June 21st, 1989, Atari withdrew its NES version from sale, and thousands remained unsold in their warehouses.
Huh. I feel like Atari Tetris would be pretty terrible.
Probably. Sega was also going to release one for the Genesis, because they the Japanese rights, actually when Microsoft sold the Japanese rights, they split it even further between console and arcade rights.
Oh my gosh.
And I believe Sega got arcade rights, and there's on the Sega Genesis Mini there's a port of the arcade version.
Right. That's crazy. There's that was a big deal that was included for the first time.
Yeah.
I remember when I worked at the game store, people would get reproduction carts of Genesis Tetris.
Oh, really?
And I just didn't see the point in that. Like, it's not an official version of the game, so it's not a collector's item, and you can play Tetris anywhere.
Well, what was a reproduction Tetris cartridge?
Like,
did they put the arcade version on it?
No, because I guess the Genesis version or whatever was out there somewhere in some fashion, I thought.
Oh, they might have
just
had
the arcade code, but
yeah, actually, you're right. They produced copies of it. They just never sold it.
Right. So yeah, the code must have leaked. Someone dumped it, and then there are these people who are able to burn chipsets with whatever games you have the ROMs for. So
right.
Like, we would get, people would do, anything that had fan translations as well, but...
Right.
And those made sense to me. Tetris is Tetris. Yeah. Like, you can play it on anything.
It is interesting that it's, a, really weird... It's like having a Star Fox 2 cartridge or something. It's like a game that never was.
That's true. It is weird, but that's a tough one to explain to someone who's not also super into games.
Totally. Yeah, you have to have this 7-page story that I wrote down.
So self-explanatory.
It's insane. The rights just,
Is there crazy. A movie or a documentary about this?
No, not really. There's a 9-minute BBC documentary, like a short documentary, but no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty crazy and cutthroat too.
There's also I don't know. They were gonna make a Tetris movie in 2016, but I thought it was more like Battleship or where it's
about the game.
Yeah.
Right. Huh.
Anyway, here's the cool thing about Pajitnov is when Stein first said, okay, I made all these PC ports and they're doing great, even though Pajitnov had no idea. He was just he was so happy that people were playing it and that people loved it.
Yeah.
And even though he didn't make any money or much money from a long time for it. He was always cool about it, and he called the game an electronic ambassador of benevolence. That was his whole thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so now he's around this time he's gaining a reputation in the late 80s in the West, and he's talking to industry leaders and journalists and stuff.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, the Game Boy sale of the game completely explodes, triples sales expectations, and he emigrates in 1991.
Crazy.
And works
to
for
America?
Spectrum Holobyte. Yeah.
Oh, right.
In Seattle. In 1996, so when I think it was the Nintendo agreement that stipulated that in a decade the rights would revert to Pajitnov, and in 1996 they did.
Right.
And he finally starts making money from it.
And he started the Tetris company.
And him and Hank Rogers start the Tetris
Right.
company together.
Huh.
And Pagano now gets a royalty on each game sold.
Well, that's
happy
feel
ending.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. They spend a lot of time. One of their big things is removing clones for the Tetris company spends a lot of time removing clones.
Interest still?
Yeah, I think that's one of the big
Weird.
things. In 2005, EA, through some complicated stuff, ended up with the rights to Tetris on handheld stuff and on mobile phones and stuff.
Terrible.
Yeah, and they just lost it last
wow.
this April.
Their Tetris game was so bad.
And I believe didn't they they just removed it from the store.
I think so too. But then if you bought it or whatever at the time,
you lost it.
Oh, I thought you could download it again. I don't even know.
Oh, maybe.
I have no idea. Something, yeah. I don't know.
Guinness recognizes it as the most ported game in history.
Wow.
In October 2010, it was reported it was on over 65 platforms.
That's nuts.
There's probably at least another 10 since then.
Yeah.
It's kind of known for computational complexity. It has objectives that are NP complete. I'm sure that means something to somebody. The earliest versions had no music.
So is it the game that makes it MP complete, or is it the music coupled with the game?
No, it's the game.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, it's a mathematical thing, I think.
It's not a mental state it sets you into.
No. But there's lots of science studies about it, actually.
Yeah.
It's been shown to have a positive cognitive effect on the brain. They say playing Tetris for about half an hour daily boosts general cognitive functions and increases the cerebral cortex thickness.
It's essentially forced meditation in a way.
Yeah.
Because you have to clear everything from your brain if you're going to do it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Reviews were insanely good at the time, and it's been on obviously lots of best of all time lists. But just you saying that made me think of this quote by Next Generation. I don't know what they are, but they had Tetris as number 2 in their best games of all time. But they just said there's something so perfect, so zen about the falling blocks of Tetris that the game has captured the interest of anyone who's ever played it.
Wow.
It's true. It's weird.
Yeah.
It is a magical game.
It's impossible not to, yeah. It's like well, I don't even know what it's like. It's like Tetris.
Yeah, it's true.
But you could show it to the oldest person, and it starts slow enough, and it's a simple enough concept that it's just immediately right with the brain.
Yeah. Yeah, they get it.
Yeah.
And another study found that it reduces PTSD.
Wow.
Other studies have found it distracts from cravings or even treats lazy eye in children.
Crazy.
That song we were talking about, Type A, is actually a super famous Russian folk track.
Oh,
called Korobeniki. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, now it's become very, very iconic Tetris music. Actually, Pagano said he was like, when he realized how popular it was, he was like, "Oh my God, what have we done? Like now, every time someone thinks of that music, they'll think of Tetris and not Russia."
He's 100% right.
Exactly. But I think I don't know. Tetris is pretty affiliated with Russia as well.
Totally. When I think of the Kremlin towers, when I think about
it's like one of the most positive things.
Yeah. And it's one of the few, there's a lot of negative things people think of when they think about Russia. So.
Exactly. So it's,
Yeah.
It should be, so he should still be proud of it.
Totally.
But yeah, even at the time, reviews were insanely good. Everyone just loved it immediately. Orson Scott Card.
Yeah.
Orson Scott Card joked that who wrote Ender's Game and stuff, he was a science fiction writer. He joked that the game proves Russia still wants to bury us, I shudder to think of the blow to our economy as computer productivity drops to 0.
Whoa.
I know, right? Received many, many awards even at the time.
I mean, he is also super racist.
Oh yeah, we should mention that too. Yeah. I don't mean to promote Orson Scott Card.
No, but he probably hated the Russians because he is super racist.
I don't know. Isn't he more color-based racist?
Yeah, and as long as you aren't gay, you're probably okay with him too.
Oh, probably, yeah. I don't know, but yeah, he's a horrible person.
Sure.
But he had a notable Tetris quote.
I wish there was a book of notable Tetris quotes
by horrible people.
Yeah. Everyone's got something to say about Tetris.
Oh, that's right. All the dictators and all the murderers.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer, what do you think of Tetris?
The Unabomber, what do you think?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Smart people like Tetris too, so you get some intelligent quotes.
For both EGM and IGM, it was number 2, 100 best games of all time. Actually, I still have that issue right here.
It's the best issue of any magazine.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
It's still weird that, there's no way Super Metroid's the best game ever.
Yeah, you can make an argument for it, though. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you can make an argument for anything.
No. I mean, you can make a good argument. You can't make an argument for Bubsy 3D.
I bet there's someone who it's their favorite
It's
game.
a bad argument.
They might be a stupid person.
Yeah.
But they can't help that.
Yeah, but they're wrong, is what I'm saying. Anyway, it's also in the Library of Congress. It's also in the Museum of Modern Art.
Whoa.
There's a Game Boy that survived the Gulf War. They got bombed.
How long is something... Oh, keep going. I didn't know that kept going.
No, yeah, that's just continuously playing Tetris in the Nintendo store in New York City.
That's amazing. I would like to go to the Nintendo store.
Yeah.
Not that I would even really want anything there. I can't think. I don't want any Nintendo clothes. That's for
I'd probably buy some. There's probably some cool crap.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe a cool cup.
Oh, dang it. I totally meant to, while I was doing that, go through some of these commercials.
Oh, there's cool Tetris commercials?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know if you'll be able to see them or hear them.
I probably won't. I'll be able to see them in a bit. But it's fine.
This is for Nintendo's Tetris on the NES.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NES.
They basically prescribed Tetris.
That's great. That's genius.
Yeah.
I wish advertising was still this in your face.
It's fantastic, I know.
And with kids talking to you,
this is now that one's good, but this is the greatest.
I'll stay quiet if you turn the volume way up. Or
okay, sure. We'll just watch this and then we'll comment after.
All right.
And I'm because I'm just gonna outright mute you because otherwise it'll. Here we go. This is the original Tetris Game Boy commercial. Uh-oh.
I still can't hear it.
I know. I'm trying. Oh, I can't hear it. It's not. Oh no. Dang.
Come on. Damn it.
Wait. No. Anyway, you don't really need to hear it. It's awesome enough.
More of a mood piece.
With the visuals. The visuals are really.
Yeah.
So you got this robot. And he's like, I'll fight you. But you got the power of Game Boy in your hands.
God,
it's in stereo.
So
it's in stereo, and it's got awesome games like Tetris. and then you can beat any foe.
Oh my god!
I know.
Where do you think the costume is for that robot?
Oh
at this
man,
point
I
in
hope
time?
it still exists. It probably rotted away somewhere.
Do you think if somebody cosplayed as that, anyone would know what they were?
Oh, that would be amazing.
That would be some insane cosplay.
A deep cut.
That's the kind of cosplay I want to be doing.
Yeah. Anyway, play Tetris.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Time
just
for Tetris.
Talking Ted.
Yeah, I wish I was playing it against Robot from the Future.
Definitely, except for the fact that you would die at the end of Tetris.
The Tengen version of Tetris had a 2-player mode, actually.
What was it? Was it side by side?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so it also had like a computer, like a versus computer mode.
Right.
But the NES, the Nintendo version didn't. Although it did have it in the code. Like once it was hacked later,
it was there.
People found it. Yeah, it was just unfinished. So we got 2 types of game and 3 types of music. This is the classic A type.
No, there's only 1 type of music.
No, all 3 are great.
Yeah, but 1 is the great.
You start at level 0.
How high does it go in this one? Only up to 10?
Oh, that's that.
Now we've reached a point where Tetris goes like 0 to 10 and then master levels.
Oh, there we go.
I can play on Master 2.
Huh.
Tetris now.
I don't know what my Tetris level is. Oh yeah, I also had the world record there.
Wow, good job.
But
you don't have you had it written down.
Yeah, no, I had it like loaded up to watch.
Oh, crazy.
I can watch it after.
How long is it? Don't they just Tetris?
We wouldn't watch the whole thing. You just see like how fast they are. It's crazy.
Oh, it's nuts. It's nuts.
And they think like they set up the boards in ways that I would never even think of.
Oh, and like crazy future combos.
Yeah, exactly. Like they leave a surprising amount of lines empty.
All on purpose too. Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Exactly. Oh, I forgot to leave the chat up.
I'm watching it.
Sweet. Nothing's going on.
Nothing's going on. Just me bitching about Skype dropping my call.
I'm building a big stack of man, my brain is messed up today. I don't know if I'm getting sick or what.
Red Chonkers or whatever it was called.
Yeah, Mr. Stompers. I don't know.
Stompin' Tom Chonkers.
That's it. We got a lot of heroes.
Yeah.
Another rule that the Tetris company imposes. It wasn't around in this game, obviously, but all the Tetrominoes need certain colors from now on.
Oh, weird.
The heroes.
Well, there's also
blue.
Tetris DX on the GB color too. That was this but color.
Oh. I think that might have actually still been before that rule was in place.
Oh, crazy. And this is before they introduced like the hold, which a lot of people think ruined Tetris, but I love the hold.
Yeah, me too. Like I'm screwed here.
I'm still 30 seconds behind watching your Tetris thing. You're still doing great as far as I can tell.
I kind of saved myself.
God, it's a perfect video game.
It kind of is.
The only thing it's missing is a good story.
It's far from my favorite. I've never been a fan really, but I can't deny its magic.
It's true. It's not my favorite, but then Tetris Effect is so good too.
I loved it, but
like it puts it even closer up the list. But yeah, it's not a favorite game of all time.
But like you say, it's hard. Like it's a pretty easy case to make for best game of all time.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's true. Of all the games we played in gaming history, it might be the favorite game of the most people.
Probably.
Yeah.
Except for maybe like Mario Bros. 3, like, you know, like something like that.
Maybe, but there's a lot of like old moms who had a Game Boy in their car just to play Tetris.
Yeah, like the reach of it.
Yeah. It's insane stuff. I love Tetris.
It's classic shit, man.
But yeah, I guess there's more interesting story to it than actually interesting gameplay, watching at least.
Totally. I can't remember how this works. When do I get to a new level?
I thought it would have been 10 lines, but maybe it must be 20? Or are you past 20?
No, I'm on 19.
Okay, it must be 20.
Hero!
Yes!
Oh yeah, there, it's 20. Oh, that's a classic sound.
When I play Tetris, I generally try to set it up so I'm only getting Tetrises, as opposed to other lines.
What do you mean?
I'm only getting clears with heroes on both
right.
things.
Right.
And because of that, I end up with some of the crazy combos that like master players have.
Right.
I wonder if that's what it is. That's my Tetris pro tip.
But you still bank everything on hero, whereas the other Tetris players don't.
No, they bank everything on the S-shaped ones, and because they're the most common thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you only got S shapes, it would be impossible.
Huh. Interesting.
You'd lose every time.
I mean, it's like there's such a great catharsis to needing a hero and only getting S settings, and then seeing a hero pop up in the next block.
There we go.
Like, it's one of the great features of gaming.
Tetris.
That's my favorite Friends character.
Friends remake where everyone was Tetrominos.
Yeah. Exactly.
Orange Ricky. Steve Wozniak was another guy who was a huge fan of Tetris at the time, especially on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And apparently, he would regularly send in his high scores to Nintendo Power.
That's awesome.
And he was regularly the top scorer.
Huh.
To the point where Nintendo Power stopped
printing his
scores.
Poor
and
Steve.
He started sending in his scores with his name spelled backwards, and they started printing them again.
Wow. He fooled the system.
Yeah.
What did Duke Boyo tell us the other day, though? Never trust anyone named Steve.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So he probably was up to something else.
He was. You all know those Wozniak shenanigans.
Wow, I got a sweet stat going on right now, man.
So far, your tower 30 seconds ago looks great.
It gets even more beautiful.
Wow. Like, you're just waiting on hero blocks.
Totally. Now I'm kind of getting desperate, though. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Hero!
We all need another hero.
Level 3. Oh, that one was 10.
Oh, man. So I don't know what the barrier is. Maybe it's points?
Hero! Boom!
Yeah, getting a Tetris, it's just a great feeling.
Pretty great.
It's like the original headshot. That's what we should. If we make a Tetris movie, we'll call it that.
I guess there was one company was gonna make a Tetris. Oh God! Oh no! Okay, one company was gonna make a Tetris movie.
Huh.
In like 2016.
Right, but that was in the
Oh wait, I said that already.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There was also going to be the Joust movie at the same time.
Right.
Joust and Battleship and I can't remember what other video game. Rampage got announced at the same time, and that happened.
Yeah. Ridley Scott's Monopoly never happened.
That's true.
Oh, that doesn't work like it does in New Tetris. Uh-oh.
What happened? No T-spins?
Yeah, you can't spin it against a wall.
Nope. Yeah, that's why a lot of people think that New Tetris sucks. Because it's too easy. I need that to make me good.
Yeah. Good thing I have some space down there. Oh no, no, oh no, oh no, no, no.
It's all over now.
Oh no, oh. Game over.
You got game over.
Oh,
that's Tetris though. Like, dude, that's pretty good Tetrising.
DVD. Oops, shoot.
Not leaving your proper name.
Let's start to game. I don't want to. Is this how you had to quit the game? Might be that.
I don't remember at all.
I remember doing this stacking.
Weird. What a nutty thing.
So B-Type on the NES, if you got far enough, a bunch of Mario characters would show up.
What?
Yeah.
And do what?
Actually, not just Mario, Nintendo characters. It was like a early crossover.
What was in there?
You had Metroid, you had Kid Icarus.
What?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Only on B mode?
Yeah. And on like the hardest difficulty.
Huh. That's wild. I had no idea.
Yeah. I should have grabbed a screenshot of it.
I bet it looks really cool. Is it all at once? They all show up, or do you just?
I think it's all at once. Yeah. It's a big group of them all around like a castle or something.
Crazy. And like, it's just like the game is paused when you see this.
I think so. I think it's just like a victory screen or something, or like not even a victory screen, but like when you get to a certain line, it's like you get a little
did
break.
it.
Yeah.
Right. Look at these Nintendos.
Yeah, you're great. But I also kind of hate Tetris.
What?
It's it kind of stresses me out after a while. Or actually, you know what it is? The feeling of having nowhere to put a piece is one of the worst feelings.
It's a bad feeling. It's true.
It's like it almost negates all the greatness of lining everything up.
That's such a good feeling. And I also love the feeling that it infects your soul when you play Tetris. Like, it reaches a point where you just see Tetris everywhere when you're playing Tetris.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I never really played it that enough to get that, I guess.
I love that feeling. It's like a drug-induced
I've gotten that for other games, for sure.
Yeah. Like Guitar Hero.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Guitar Hero was a crazy one like that.
Oh, shit. See, like, I just want to kill myself. That feeling of, like, there's no place for it. It's just like...
Oh, it's cathartic.
No, it's like, just somebody kill me.
The PTSD is going away. Being replaced with this feeling of inadequacy. You can't...
Oh, wow. I didn't even get on the scoreboard that time.
Oh, man. That's the thing. And now that Tetris thinks you're a failure, what point is there?
Oh. This is how the addiction starts.
Yeah. That's what Jane's addiction was, I think.
Oh. Tetris.
Yeah.
It was like Pac-Man Fever.
Yep.
It was a novelty video game song.
Exactly. Ring Around the Rosie.
God, like, this is the worst. Like, I didn't leave a space for this cube, and now I'm just in hell.
Yeah. Worse than hell.
I cleared it, though, so that's okay.
Way worse than hell. Like, I like the intensity of new Tetris compared to this. Like, I need, like, pulsing in my Tetris now.
It's crazy how fast Tetris gets in the new stuff, too.
It's nuts. But, like, somehow it's easier also.
Yeah, because you can, you can store stuff and you can... it does that thing where, like in this game, as soon as you're on that row, on the bottom row, you stick to everything.
Oh Oh yeah, that's
Whereas in the new games, you can like keep switching forms forever, basically.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you can T-spin for a long time at least. Not infinite, but almost.
Exactly.
I think you can actually turn on infinite too. Yeah, so it's true. Now Tetris is for babies.
But that just makes it so if it's going way faster, that gives you like that extra second.
Yeah. It's true, because sometimes it just fucking appears on the bottom.
Oh. I was saving snow. No. Fuck Tetris.
Wasn't meant to be Tetris.
Oh god, no, no, oh no! Oh, that's it. Oh wow, I suck at Tetris.
It's not for the weak of heart. And clearly your heart is weak.
Can't pass level 4.
Yeah. You gotta work on your Tetris cardio.
I guess I do. Well, I'll do one more with music C.
What? Nobody wants.
Go back to A-type, though. That's the Bach one.
Right. Nobody wants music C. Whoa. I just found an incredibly tiny tube of toothpaste.
Oh yeah.
In my.
Like in your pants?
No, fumbling around in a desk in front of me while we're doing this.
Oh.
Just a really, yeah.
That's nice. Nice find.
If I just need a jolt of toothpaste. Mm. Alright, are you starting at a higher level now?
Yeah, I've been starting at level 4 each time.
Oh, okay.
Trying to beat level 4.
Right.
I haven't even gotten to level 5, though.
That's difficult. Yeah, starting without ramping up is so hard.
That song, the Type A song, Korobaniki,
yeah.
The original song is about a merchant and a girl, and they're haggling for goods as a metaphor for courtship.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so it's probably like, oh, I'll buy that donkey off of you.
For 20 pieces of silver.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That chicken.
There's no, I'll sell it to you
breasts
for
on
your
that
skirt.
chicken look ripe. That kind of stuff.
Of course. I like a ripe chicken breast.
Sexy.
Most sexy song. And I am an expert on sexy songs.
Oh yeah, you wrote most of J-Lo's entire catalog.
Yeah, and those are, as we know, the sexiest songs.
Yeah. You're an expert at
seducing the mind.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's a good thing to be an expert at.
Yeah. It's also the first video game to be played in space.
That's cool. Is there like a PS4 in space at this point?
I don't know. Probably
the
not.
International Space Station?
Oh
no?
Shit. I completely screwed myself.
Why would you do that? It's game over, man. No level 5 for you.
Never gonna make my level 5.
Nope. It's an unreachable.
Oh, I was close to saving something.
Oh.
Maybe not everything, but something. Yeah, that's all I got.
Crazy.
Perfect timing. Tetris.
The game about tets.
The game of life. Well, I'm going to play some Metal Gear. I'm not going to go into history the history of Metal Gear quite as deeply.
Not as exhaustive.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, there'll be some history.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. So that's gonna be fun. So stay tuned, everybody.
Oh boy.
that energy level is gonna stay just at peak
Peak
Grimpen
for
gaming.
Metal Gear.
So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah.
And we're back with gaming history.
Yes.
It's Metal Gear.
Metal Gear?
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Yeah. Okay. This game's about Venom Snake?
No, it's a real big boss.
Big boss.
Which
one is he?
I don't know.
Right.
But this game came out in 1987. Oh, jeez. Yeah, or 1988 in North America on the NES.
Right.
And it's considered a progenitor of the stealth game genre. Kind of created its own genre. Fully developed by Hideo Kojima, who would go on to direct most of its sequels. Became a giant franchise.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, it's Metal Gear. A reworked port of the game was released for the Famicom a few months later, which later saw a release in international markets for the NES over the following years. Okay, so this I've never quite understood. So I think this must be the bad version.
And the MSX one is the good one?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know that.
Because it was developed without Kojima's involvement and features drastically altered level designs, among other changes.
Right.
A more faithful port of the MSX2 version was later included in Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
But it's actually about Solid Snake, and he's breaking into Outer Haven to destroy Metal Gear.
Metal Gear?
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Yeah. Cool. Outer Haven. Is that in New Zanzibar or Zanzibar Land?
Zanzibar Land? I think Zanzibar Land is Metal Gear 2.
Oh, okay. Is Outer Haven... that story just confuses me. I don't even know.
So the port was made by a different Konami division at Tokyo. They were given the same source code without the consent of the original team.
Huh.
Instead of the underwater infiltration from MSX2, the NES version starts the game with Solid Snake parachuting into the middle of a jungle. That is this game for sure.
That's what you're doing?
Yeah. Who are never seen or mentioned after the intro.
Sweet.
But it follows the same basic story by the sounds of it.
Huh.
But the NES version was the one that served as the basis for a couple of home computer ports released by Ultra Games.
I know the logo. I can visualize the logo when you say that.
People still seem to like the NES version at the time.
Huh.
Because it was the only version we got.
Right.
So it was still
good enough.
Quite well, and it was still quite revolutionary as far as being a stealth game and stuff.
Yeah.
EGM named it the 35th best console video game of all time in 1997.
That's not true.
Citing how they said you have to think like a spy to win, which means you don't always have to fight.
It's true. Sometimes you can hide next to a box.
Oh, and so the success led to the creation of two separately produced sequels. Snake's Revenge was produced specifically on the NES in North America and Europe, while the other two, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, was made by Kojima.
So that's the official sequel.
Yeah, and the latter was followed by Metal Gear Solid. Interesting. So there's two Metal Gears and there's two Metal Gear 2s.
Right.
Crazy.
Because, complicated. Because Kojima was already befuddling the waters.
Yeah. As for the original MSX2 game, Kojima was asked to take over a project from a senior associate. Metal Gear was intended to be an action game that featured modern military combat, but the MSX2's hardware limited the number of on-screen bullets and enemies, which Kojima felt impeded the combat aspect. Inspired by The Great Escape, he reversed the focus of the gameplay from shooting down the enemy to avoiding capture. The game was titled Intruder during the early planning stages.
Crazy.
Yeah. So let's try it.
Oh boy, I bet it's going to be really easy.
It's got all the things you'd expect.
Menus.
Dudes parachuting in.
Yeah.
It's got a radio. New frequencies.
Right. Oh, this is you're rescuing Miller, right?
Gray Fox, I think. Yeah.
That's the same person?
Same guy.
I think?
Yeah.
Might be.
Yeah.
Master
so I got
Miller.
my T receiver.
Got to receive your T in case you get low on T.
And I'm not sure what this is about. Big Boss speaking.
This is Big Boss.
You are to
get
infiltrate
off my island.
the enemy's fortress, Outer Heaven.
Oh, I think Big Boss turns on you at the end, or
Oh,
are you Big
maybe.
Boss? I don't remember.
Turns out he was the bad guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Then destroy their final weapon, Metal Gear. First attempt to contact missing our gray fox. Then try to find the Metal Gear. Use frequency 12085 for all communication with me.
Remember that.
Sirens.
I can't hear him on my side.
No, in the game.
Oh, in the game.
Okay, so looks like I can just punch. Oh, I'm getting sleepy.
He is getting sleepy.
Nice of him to announce it. I fell asleep.
I feel asleep.
Oh yeah. I feel asleep.
I feel asleep, you guys.
Oh, there's a bunch of dogs here.
Oh, they don't get sleepy or feel asleep.
How can I sneak by the dogs?
Throw meat.
You don't have any meat.
Damn it, Solid Snake. Metal Snake. I don't know your
name. No! Oh no! I'm already dead.
Don't cry for you.
Dogs have eaten me alive.
Uh-huh. I always knew you were going to die by being eaten by dogs.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think you won that in high school, too.
That's true. Most likely to be eaten by dogs.
Yeah.
But that was most likely to be eaten by a 3-headed dog.
True. But, I mean, variance, like 5% margin for error. I think a regular dog is 5% off of a 3-headed dog.
Go, 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 go! I'm not sure how you do that part.
Huh.
Oh, no.
These games have always felt so obtuse to me. But that includes Metal Gear Solid 1.
Oh, shit. Damn.
It's rough shit.
There must be a way to sneak by these dogs.
Maybe. I'm not an expert on dog handling.
What do you think? Wow, man. This is a hard game to find on this list.
Oh, I believe it.
Oh, there it is.
But it was hard.
Let's play domino tennis. Getting sleepy. I feel asleep.
Oh, I feel asleep. Poor guy. Maybe he's narcoleptic.
I guess I shouldn't even bother killing him. Oh, what?
True,
I can't even get through here. What? So I have to wake up these dogs. Oh! Get out of the way. Oh no! I'm getting these are the worst guards.
They're idiots.
They just stand around yelling, "I'm getting sleepy."
Yeah, announcing their intentions.
Ooh, binoculars. Oh. Oh, right. I guess I can, like, equip other stuff? Whoa, I don't have anything, though.
Oh.
What is that noise?
I'm opening a package of stickers of some kind.
Ooh. Oh, I have cigarettes.
Right? Oh, you can be cool. You know what dogs hate?
Stickers?
Stickers.
Cigarettes?
Cigarettes.
I don't know how to use my cigarettes.
I also don't. I'm sure it's obtuse. It's a Metal Gear game.
I know. It's crazy having equipment in an NES game.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What? What? I'm in binoculars mode.
You gotta scout ahead.
I can't.
I don't know what to tell you then.
Okay, go Solid Snake, go. Ah! You got a gun.
Oh no, you're screwed now, Solid Snake.
I'm dead.
That's the way death works.
Damn it. This game's hard.
Yeah. It's unbeatable. Are there cheats? I'll check if there's cheats.
I mean, this guy should just be able to walk right past. I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, he's just falls asleep. The dogs I don't get at all. But I can run past them if I do that. Oh, shit. Maybe I can walk past these dogs when their heads are down?
Oh, just go carefully.
And this guy sucks because I have to beat him twice to get the... Oh, what? I still have the binoculars. It, like, saved my progress.
Oh.
Okay, can I, like, use the binoculars from here?
Wouldn't you like that?
Oh, whoa.
I guess there's a password screen. I can get you a bunch of cheats.
Oh, so these binoculars just show, like, the next path down.
Huh.
It's kind of cool. Sure. Nice
if you can find the password screen. I don't know where it is.
Oh, well, you gotta find that first.
Oh, it just says enter the following on the password screen. I'm assuming it's right at the end, like right when you start the game. Yeah.
I don't know how to get a game over, actually.
Huh.
Oh, shit. That was probably it. Continue.
Start new game with all key cards. Start new game with all weapons, full ammo.
Oh, there we go. What do I want?
Do you want to go right to the end boss? Do you want to start the game from the beginning with all weapons?
Can I be invincible?
Doesn't seem like there is. There's all weapons and items.
Maybe all weapons and items, I guess.
All right. Are you ready? Are you on the game? The password? Okay. 2-1 Z1C.
Yeah.
GZZZG.
Yeah.
UOOOU.
Yep.
UYRZZ.
Yeah.
NTOZ3. That's it.
Oh, that's it?
NTOZ3.
Yep. There it goes.
Yep.
Just
chimed at you.
Oh, I got a machine gun.
Cool.
That seems better.
It's the coolest kind of weapon.
Wow, I got a handgun, machine gun, grenade, rocket, explosive, and missiles.
Now it'll be easy to kill those dogs. How do you know it's machine? How do you know the M stands for machine?
Get out of my way, sleepy man. Oh wow, he died in one hit.
Yeah, you could have just let him sleep. It's weird. The cheat to warp to Big Boss is Diane, Jenny, Solid Snake, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Weird.
Yeah. It's the only one that seems to be anything. Yeah, those dogs really didn't stand a chance.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Yeah! Rocket launcher.
Rocket launchers are great. I would love to shoot a rocket launcher someday.
Yeah, it's gotta be fun.
It's gotta be fun, but I bet it's expensive to shoot a rocket launcher. Like, I bet a rocket's over $100.
Oh, it's biting my butt.
Darn those butt biters.
Uh-oh. The truck have started to move.
It have?
Oh no. Where am I now?
I feel asleep. I don't understand where you're supposed to be going or what you're doing.
What the? So many of these screens look exactly the same.
Yeah, a lot of similar looking trucks. Or jungle.
Is this just an endless loop?
I don't know. Do you have any key cards or anything? Or
It's gotta be an endless loop.
I don't know. My brain hurts.
Getting another truck?
Oh, keep traveling. Yeah. Snake's got the travel bug.
I keep skipping those.
Like, there's got to be a way to open doors at the top. I don't know.
I tried.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, the truck house started moving.
Uh-oh. Is that good?
I think so. I think that got me out of here.
It's got to keep going between trucks.
Oh, I got a call.
Oh, it's me, Master Miller.
It's Big Boss here. Get in the truck over on the right. Over. What?
That's where I'm in. I want to meet you.
You mean this one? Uh-oh. The truck house started to move.
Uh-oh.
This is all Metal Gear is. Snake getting into a series of vans that he doesn't expect to move.
No, and being surprised each time.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this looks better, though.
Oh, this one have moved you somewhere more useful?
Whoa! Holy crap.
That's some story.
Okay, reward me to Big Boss.
The truck have started to move. Is this the end of the game?
What?
Was that the end of the game?
I died.
Yeah, is that like the end boss of the game?
I don't
I
think
have
so.
No idea.
It was just a
that's
tank.
just a boss? Oh, yeah.
I don't think that was Metal Gear.
Right. Oh, is Metal... I don't know shit about this game.
So what is it again? Daisy?
Oh, you wanna do the cheat to go to the end?
Yeah.
Diane, Jenny, Solid Snake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a good code. I wonder who Diane Jenny is.
Yeah. Obviously as important as Solid Snake.
Oh. Not even close.
Glad I didn't screw that up right at the end.
Oh man, I wonder if you have to do the whole thing again, or if it just goes. Cool.
Seems like I have a time limit.
Oh, maybe that's the end boss situation. Yeah, that might just be like the end boss is like a level that you have a time limit on. I don't know.
I wonder if I just beat Metal Gear.
Maybe.
Oh, well, Solid Snake, it's amazing that you've lasted this long. Yes, it's true. Not only am I the Fox Hounder Supreme Commander, I've been the leader of the enemy fortress too. As a new and inexperienced member of our team, you were supposed to be tricked into carrying false information. But you accomplished too much, Solid Snake. You were too good. Don't think you can kill me so easily. Come and try. If I'm going to die, you're coming with me. You're coming with me.
That was moving.
He's fast. So, did he even say he was Big Boss?
I don't think he did. It does. The code does say warp to Big Boss with more than the 9 required rocket launchers to defeat him.
Oh,
so clearly rocket launchers are what you want to be doing.
Well, yeah, he just annihilated me there.
Hmm.
But I didn't look at my other weapons.
Hmm. Gotta get with those rocket guns.
Let's see what I got. Oh, yeah, I got explosives and rocket guns and mines.
Nice. You can always use mines and fight him like Bomberman.
Probably. Oh wait, what? Uh-oh. Oh no. I lost my machine gun.
You had a save state, didn't you?
Yeah, that's true. I can just say load it from right there.
Yeah.
I only need the machine gun for this beginning part, I think.
The room where everyone just swarms you like crazy people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you step in. Oh! Let's do this.
Yeah. I've been waiting for you.
It's amazing. Oh, man. Shut up. Am I the fox? I think it's just Foxhounder.
He's the Foxhounder. Is that what a hound that hunts fox is called? They are the hounder of fox. It doesn't have to be a dog. It's just something that hounds it. Yeah. Take your son out fox hunting and he can be the hounder.
Just another Kojima-ism.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So overwrought. This is such an epic boss struggle. Hard to believe that this eventually becomes you walking down a microwave hallway mashing X so you don't die. Video games have come a long way. It almost looks like your missiles don't even reach him, but when it hits him.
Yeah. It is really... Oh, no. Oh, no. Whoa, what happened? Oh, I went out of the room. Damn it.
Oh, no. What is that? What the hell?
Didn't know you could do that.
What a game.
Alright, Big Boss, I got your number.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay, got them all. Still gonna make a save state after this speech.
We should read the whole thing every time. But find a different accent to do each time.
Maybe I'll try to switch sides with them.
Oh.
So I don't accidentally walk out the door.
That sounds like a high level play.
That's high strat.
Yeah.
A little strat in this game.
I don't think I can pull it off. The switcheroo, you're doing some castling.
Okay. Oh, did I... Shit.
What?
I didn't change my gun.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go. Oh. This is better.
You're more set up.
Closer to him. The rockets don't take half an hour to get to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't miss half the time. He's not shooting me. He's dead.
There's a better setup.
But now what do I do?
That's a great question.
How
much time do you have left?
500 seconds.
Yeah, you're fine. Whatever. I don't know what yet.
I died.
Oh no.
I don't know what even killed me. Huh.
Fox die. Must have been Fox die.
Huh. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know what you're supposed to even do. That's weird. That's really bizarre.
Now I have no rockets.
Damn it.
I mean, he's dead still.
Huh.
I've got mines and stuff.
What do you have to do? How do you beat Metal Gear Solid? Metal Gear. Can you go in those? Are those doors at the top of the boss fight room?
Oh, they are.
Aha.
There's 3 of them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I took B.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh. I have to do it.
I believe in you.
Snake Eater. This is just super long elevator sequence.
Maybe you'll dine on a tree frog.
Still in a dream, Snake Eater. I'm gonna die in this elevator.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Famous last words. I'm gonna die in this elevator.
What is going on?
You took the long elevator. You took the slow one.
Oh no. Wow, so I didn't progress at all.
What?
I just went down 1 square.
That's nuts. Kojima, you've done it again.
Even though he had nothing to do with this one.
No.
Another B. No.
Oh man, I didn't think this game could feel so high stakes in the end.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm gonna throw explosives at these guys when they do this.
Such a cool plan. You don't have very many though.
Dang. I killed myself.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a really baller move.
Didn't know you could. Looks like this game has like unlimited continues though. It's just passwords, I guess.
Right.
Alright, that's the
thumping. A haunting sounding noise.
The knocking?
Oh, that was knocking.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. It's something. I think from above.
May have been a ghost.
The workers above me.
Ooh.
Okay, what is at the end of this game?
I have.
Whoa!
I wish I could help you.
I did it.
You beat it?
Yeah.
Nice. Add it to the list of games you beat.
This is Solid Snake. The Metal Gear has been destroyed. Operation Intrude N313 is a success.
Operation Intrude is a bad name for an operation.
It's over. Everything at last.
Wow. Succinct. That's like as good of writing as Kojima's ever done.
Oh, I got a Spot News report.
Spot News?
Yeah. Today at dawn, there was apparently a large-scale earth tremor in the region of... What? This is your computer speaking. Here are the creators of your Metal Gear game. Whoa.
What a game.
It's in-game credits. Huh. Well, I'd like to play the Kojima Metal Gears one day.
The MSX ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Do we have to have the Subsistence Special Edition to play them, though?
Probably, or like an MSX.
That's one of my biggest regrets not buying, because it's such a cool looking game, and I didn't buy it. Yeah, do you remember how the Subsistence was like the green camouflage cover?
Oh, right.
And the Subsistence Special Edition was that, but it was red. It looked so good. Yeah, stupid me.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep. Live and learn.
Well, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the show.
That's the show. We did it.
Yeah, that was jam-packed full of gaming history goodness.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for the comment, Duboyo. And
Alex
KC.
Yeah.
And thanks for everyone who voted. There was a lot of votes this week. It just split the vote. It was a good week.
Tetris is a great game. The democracy won out today.
And I was really hoping I'd have Metal Gear 4 for next week because it is a rough week.
Other than it? All right.
Yeah.
What's in there?
What else am I even going to play? Can I even play? I think we got 4 swords.
Oh, yeah.
Throw that on there. Do you have Infamous 2?
I do not. Well, I don't think I do, but that's also a PS3 game.
A couple Game Boy games I can play.
Right.
There's a few things. It's nothing great though. Duke Nukem Forever.
Crazy.
The Game Boy Advance launch. That's actually pretty good. Couple of games.
I mean, there's nothing really good in it, but it's more interesting. Yeah.
You got a Castlevania game and a Mario game.
Choo Choo Rocket.
And Choo Choo Rocket. Legend of Dragoon. Don't know if anybody's interested in seeing that one. Prototype 2009.
I don't have that one.
What?
I don't have Prototype. Prototype I remember because it came out the same week as Infamous. That was crazy.
Right.
They were angsty games about fake superheroes.
Yeah, where you could be good or evil. Yeah, so that's a preview of next week. It'll probably be a combination of some of those games.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Be out tomorrow. You can vote again tomorrow. And on Friday it'll be Jack in the Box game fun.
We're gonna jack in a whole bunch of box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be great.
Yeah, we'll make it fun and not creepy.
Hopefully I'll be a little less sick or something or whatever. Tired.
We'll get you some pep pills.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Yeah.
Get me through the day. Alex Casey says make it fun.
Make it fun. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Day. I've been wearing a crown for 2 weeks now.
In Animal Crossing?
No, in Jackbox Party Pack. I've had it on for 2 straight weeks.
That's true.
I still haven't gotten a crown in Animal Crossing. That sucks.
You know what I realized though? Remember, I think it was Duboy who said he bought a crown for all his villagers.
Yeah,
they're over $1 million.
They're over $1 million.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, I've got enough in the bank now that I could buy a crown if I wanted.
Did you see the seasonal items for?
No, what are they?
It's great. It's a handmade crown.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and a handmade cape.
Oh, those are amazing. I should buy them.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Sweet. Well, I'm going to get on that. I never look at the seasonal items page is the problem. It was just that stupid Mother's Day mug for so long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's been that forever. They just changed it today or yesterday or whatever, June 1st.
I'll look.
Yeah. That's going to be fun. Cool. I actually got to load up mine and see. I haven't even checked my turnips today, so I don't know what they were this morning.
You should go do some fishing after 4:00. Yeah. Shark season, man. The getting's good.
That's true.
There's also some really big, cool river fish that sell for like 15,000.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like a Dorado and an arowana. And,
oh wow.
Yeah.
You can fill up some of those big fish areas in the museum.
Totally. Yeah, my museum now has a really good shark tank.
Nice.
That only ever used to have the big school of fish in it.
Oh, right.
Now it's got those sharks in it.
It's weird. I got a few things in there. I got like a mahi.
Oh yeah. I consider that one of the sharks. I also only have gone to my museum like twice ever.
Yeah.
I try to keep the surprises good.
Yeah.
There's also the Emperor butterfly has shown up.
Oh.
So you can add a new butterfly to your butterfly room.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Beetles on trees are here now.
Yeah, that's the only new bug I've actually even seen so far.
Huh. Oh, and mosquitoes and fireflies. Fireflies are awesome.
Cool.
I wonder. I'm waiting for Flick to show up because I wonder if a statue of a firefly glows.
Probably.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because then I would do away with any of my town lighting and just put firefly statues all over the place.
Yeah.
It'd take years
fantastic.
To do, but yeah. Sweet.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
Nice. Animal Crossing.
Yeah. So we'll see you next time for another episode of Antsy Pants and his Quarantine Jam.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's that time again.
Little game.